Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 131, Elements of College Mathematics, Section 3.1, Problem 2. This is Section 3.1, Problem 2. It says graph the linear inequality, x plus 2y is less than or equal to 8. This is the same one from the previous problem. So now to actually graph it, it's a four-step process. Step 1 is pretend that this is just x plus 2y equals 8. Forget the inequality just for a minute. And find 2 points with x and y values that make that equation true when you pretend it's an equation. So what I do is I set up a little chart next to it. And you can find any values you want. But ones with zeros are especially easy. So you don't have to use 0. You could plug in a negative 1.8 for x and solve for y, but 0 is much better. So if I'm pretending this is an equals and x is 0, it's really just 2y equals 8. So to solve that, y must be 4. 2 times 4 would make 8 equals 8. So there's one point, the point 0, 4, that would make this true if it's an equation. Find the second one. So for the second one, the easiest way is now let y equal 0 and solve for x. Again, it's not the only way, but it's certainly the easiest. So if y is 0 and you're pretending this is an equals, the 2y becomes 2 times 0 and it's just gone and you have x equals 8. It's super easy to solve. So now I have 2 points, 0, 4 and 8, 0, that make this true if you pretend it's an equation. So step 2 is plot those 2 points on a graph, and I happen to have a graph set up and ready. So one point is 0, 4. So I go over 0, up 4. There's the first point. The other point is 8, 0. So I go over 8, up 0. There's the second point. So that's step 2. Plot the 2 points on a graph. Step 3, connect those 2 points with a straight line. Use a solid line if you have an or equal to, or a dashed line if there is no or equal to. We have the or equal to in this case, so I'm going to make a straight line like that and connect the two. Step 4 is determine which half of the graph you're going to shade. Do I shade below that line or above? So to do step 4, what you want to do is choose a test point that's not on the line. Use 0, 0 if you can. 0, 0 is here. It's not on the line, so we can certainly use it. Plug the x and y coordinates of your test point into the linear inequality that you want to graph and see if the result is true or false. So if I put in a 0 for x and a 0 for y, those are the coordinates of my test point, I will get the statement 0 is less than or equal to 8. Now that's certainly true. 0 is less than or equal to 8. So that means this side, the underneath side that my test point was on, is in the shaded region, because when I put it in, I get a true statement. So basically, any point I picked from the underneath side would have given me a true statement. So that's the shaded side. Like that. And any point that I could have picked up here from the blank region would have given me a false statement, like 12 is less than 8. And that's the graph.